What they have done is they have categorized all the events in terms of major event day, which has been identified as one of the major regions for network outage. Then the previous and the next day after the event. Then other events which are categorized because of different weather events that have occurred, but maybe of the minute scale. And then network outages because of no weather events. So basically, whenever there has been a failure because of some technical issues or any grid fault, those are included in those days. So if you just have a look at the figure, you can see that the number of events because of just weather itself is huge. For example, in April, we could see a huge storm. And as a result of this, there has been almost 27% of the outages caused because of weather itself, which accounted for 66% of the outage minutes. But Osgrid, while doing these analysis before, they have reported in their report that they have never accounted for extreme weather events or any weather-related disturbances in the network performance before. As a result of which, this was reflected in terms of the number of outages and the customer minutes in their financial reports. That is one of the most important challenge that we need to understand, and we have to also take into account that weather events are serious and can impact the renewable energy resources, distribution, the current existing grid, and the amount of electricity supplied. So if you just look at what are the major challenges that the grid is facing, there are 4 important ones. One is intermittency. Intermittency is any fluctuation in the amount of the energy generated during the day because of maybe a passing cloud or sudden changes in the weather. Then the second one is curtailment. Curtailment is because there is a surplus amount of energy production than the energy requirement. So you usually tend to spill the excess amount of energy in order to have a stable grid. And most of the times it occurs during the peak noon. This is because there is huge amount of solar PV that supplies excess or surplus to the electricity grid than that is required. Then there is capacity uncertainty. Capacity uncertainty refers to if you can account the unaccounted disturbances or fluctuations occurring throughout the year. This may be due to any existing meteorological events or cyclonic depressions or east coast lows or any other reasons because of which you can see this uncertainty in the amount of generation in that particular year. And then there is climate change. This is due to the changes in the current climate, and that is expected to change again in the future as we are moving towards a more warmer world. We are expecting that the mean conditions of the weather is going to change over the next few decades, as a result of which the amount of generation today is going to hugely differ from the amount of generation in the next few decades.